I'm still trying to process what I just witnessed. This was a great series. One of the best finals series I've ever seen. And it was capped off by an all-time great performance by an all-time great player. What Giannis Antetokounmpo did tonight was special. It was something out of a movie. 50 points to win it all. His third 40-plus point game in the series, mind you. His finals, I haven't looked up his final stats for the series yet, like in total, and I don't want to do the math right now. But they're going to be insane. Twice in this series, he scored 20 points in a quarter. Twice. He was having a good first half. Like, he really was. But, like, midway through, like, the third quarter, I started to realize that I was watching one of the best finals performances of all time. And to be quite honest with you, if we're not going to include games from the past where, you know, I have old game tape and stuff like that. Excuse me. And we're only going to count games where it's in the moment, it's something that I watched live. This is probably the greatest finals performance I've ever seen. He dominated in the paint. He was dominating on defense. He blocked like at least 3 of Devin Booker's shots, and all of them were emphatic. 50 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 blocks. 16 for 25 from the field, which is absurd. 17 for 19 from the line. He was hitting his free throws. He wanted to win this game. Like, I'm still in shock over all of this. Like, this is truly historic. I witnessed history. That's what happened. And really, for Giannis, this was the one thing he was missing on his resume. And he's young. He's like, 26 years old? And I just got the notification he won Finals MVP, as he should have. I don't know why anyone else thought anyone could win it. But when you look at what Giannis has done to get back on track, he has it all. All-Star teams, All-NBA teams, even an All-Star Game MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, all defensive teams, a Most Improved Player. The only thing he doesn't have is Rookie of the Year, which really doesn't matter. Sixth Man of the Year, which he can worry about that later on if he even cares about that. But an NBA title. That was the one thing missing. And he has it now. And he earned it. With one of the greatest performances we have ever seen in the finals. And one of the greatest playoff series we've ever seen from a player. It's truly incredible. And he's going to get, I hope he gets the respect he deserves. Because what he did in these finals is all-time great stuff. Oh, excuse me. Again. It's truly historic. Like, I'm kind of speechless. Obviously, again, this was a great series overall. You know, you had the Suns. They had 2 great games. You know, they won up 2-0 in the series. Then the Bucks fought back. You know, they win both their home games, and they go to Phoenix. They have another great game on the road in Phoenix against the Suns. They win that one. And then really, you know, the Bucks dominated the first quarter. And it really looked like the Suns were going to come back because the Suns dominated them in that second quarter. But then the Bucks took control. Giannis took over this game. They didn't have an answer for him. DeAndre Ayton looked like he was playing Dance Dance Revolution. Jay Crowder couldn't handle him. Mikal Bridges couldn't handle him. Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder couldn't handle him. DeAndre Ayton and Mikal Bridges couldn't handle him on double teams and stuff like that. Like this is something. If he never wins a ring again, if he never does, which I think it's way too early to say anything like that, because I definitely think that he's going to be in the running to win multiple rings. You know, even if he never wins another one, he'll always have this. And this will help his case a lot in all-time talks, because even if he doesn't win the finals again, you always say, well, he has one of the greatest finals performances of all time. And that's what it is. Giannis was, minus game one, I would say. Game one is the one game where he wasn't necessarily great. And he still had like 20 points and 19 rebounds. Like, that was his worst game in the series. Everything else was incredible. He was incredible in back-to-back games, scoring 40 points. And he has 30 points, the and one alley-oop, game-clinching dunk. And then he has one of the greatest finals performances of all time. And overall, one of the best finals performances for a series we have ever seen. Like, this is truly insane stuff. And from a player that really, leading up to this, that was the one knock against him. He couldn't win. He struggled against the Toronto Raptors despite having a 2-1 series lead in 2019. That was supposed to be his year as an MVP. He struggled in the bubble against Miami. And that was another MVP year. It was supposed to be his year. And even this year, people thought, oh, they're going to lose to Brooklyn. Obviously, Brooklyn dealt with injuries, but every finals team has got breaks. So I'm not going to use that against them. But regardless, Giannis showed us why he's one of the best players in the league, why he's well on pace to be one of the best players of all time, and why he deserves your respect. Because obviously, if you saw discourse on Twitter, people talk about, oh, he doesn't have a bag. Well, he doesn't need to worry about having a bag if he can do what he did. He doesn't need to worry about, excuse me. Again, sorry, I'm yawning, I'm tired, but, he doesn't have to worry about doing a bunch of stuff. But, if you don't have to worry about having a bag as you're a dominant player, you're skilled. You don't do the things Giannis does if you're not skilled. I don't know where I'm going with this conversation. I probably yawned a few times. I definitely did yawn a few times. And again, this is like a giant, slap in the face for everyone on bag Twitter, Rashad Phillips, whoever, Kendrick Perkins, that whole real hooper crowd. This is a giant slap in the face. Because not only did I wanted a all-time great game from Giannis, but when I said that, I thought 40, 10, and 5. I didn't expect a 50 piece. This is Giannis at his best. And I'm truly amazed. Chris Middleton, he hit tough shots. He hit tough timely shots throughout the games. He had a really good final series as well. Kind of said a few labels that he had on him. Drew Holiday, he didn't shoot well from the field, but compared to some of the other bad games he had in the series, this was better than most of the bad games because he made impacts in other areas. Chris Paul, I'm probably going to go slander him on Twitter after I upload this, but, I'm rambling because I don't really know what to say. Because I'm just so in the moment when you just want. This is basically how I act whenever I witness NBA history. I when Devin Booker dropped 70 points, Damian Lillard when he broke some records, stuff like that. When you watch a history be made, you're kind of left in shock. And that's what makes... I just don't know, man. Giannis is incredible. I'm probably going to make a whole film essay about him. Go subscribe to the second channel if you, well, not second channel, new main channel, I should say, if you want me to say something like that. Because I definitely am. I'm definitely going to make a film essay about this. That'll be more concrete and not just me yawning, I feel like, 10 minutes straight. But yeah, have a good night.